was supposedly in his 60s, but he seemed more a prematurely graying 45. Shorter than Sara, but powerfully built, he'd taken Sara under his wing when a self-obsessed junior varsity football player threw her head first through Merrick's shop door during a fight Mickey still claimed wasn't her fault. "What's going on?" Merrick stood next to Sara, wiping his hands on a rag. "Some girl got into a crash." Mickey stared out the large glass window. "Christ, look at that girl's bike. She should be dead." Merrick looked at the bike and his eyes narrowed. "She's walking?" "Believe it or not," Sara answered. "Angelina took her to the bathroom." Angelina returned to her two friends. "She's in there now. I'm patiently waiting to hear a thud." "I'll go check her bike," Merrick mumbled while moving toward the exit. After about 10 minutes, the girl reemerged. She had cleaned off her face and hands and rinsed the blood and dirt from her hair. A surprisingly pretty girl who looked like she could bench press a Buick. "Much better," she announced. She focused on the three women who stared back. "Something wrong?" "We're just waiting for you to pass out," Mickey admitted. The girl grinned. "Mechanic?" "That's Merrick. He's checking your bike now." Sara glanced out the window. "But honey, your bike is toast." "You think?" She walked outside, Sara, Mickey, and Angie following behind her. Sara marveled at how quickly the girl seemed to be recovering. Maybe she was on some new painkiller. Sara would have to ask. She might need it herself soon. The girl walked over to the mangled remains of her bike. "My poor baby." Sara caught Mickey rolling her eyes. Her short friend never could understand the bikers' love of their choppers, the passion. Merrick, who still crouched beside the bike, slowly stood and glowered at the girl. Their eyes locked and they stared at each other. That's all they did. Just stared. Finally, the girl turned away. Mickey nudged Sara, but Sara blew it off. She'd seen Merrick do that many times before. It was that weird thing he did. Sometimes even to his own sons or wife. Hell, Mickey did lots of weird things, so she had absolutely no room to judge. "Where did you crash anyway?" Angelina asked. The girl knelt down beside the mangled metal. "Don't know. I guess about 2 miles back." The friends exchanged glances. "How did you get your bike here?" "Dragged it." The girl's head tilted to the side as Merrick turned to face the parking lot entrance. "Wait a minute." Mickey didn't even bother trying to hide her disbelief. "You expect us to believe you dragged that thing here? In your condition?" She finished flatly. As always, Mickey was as subtle as a brick to the head. The girl ignored her and said, "Good." She seemed relieved. "They're here." She stood and walked to the front of the parking lot as 4 beautiful, tricked-out choppers, all manned by women, pulled in and halted next to the girl. "Check it out." Angelina elbowed her friends. "Lesbians. In Texas." "Would you shut up?" Sara chuckled. "Julie, glad to see you're not dead," spoke the oldest of the women. Her blonde hair was streaked with gray, her face covered in age lines. She was probably gorgeous once, now merely beautiful. Sliding off her bike, the older woman hugged the battered girl. "You sure you're okay?" "Yeah, Casey, I'm fine." The girl leaned in and whispered something. Casey looked up and straight at Merrick. "No problem." Casey walked over to Merrick. "This your shop?" Sara watched her boss's back straighten, his arms crossing over his large chest. "Yeah?" The woman smiled coldly. "Got a minute?" Merrick observed the woman.